guys, happy Homebrew Wednesday. Hope your week's going well. Just kicking back with one of my mini pressure barrel, what I call my house beer. So this is a 6% pale ale. Completely forgotten what hops are in there, but yeah, the hops have faded off a little bit, but it still has a real nice malty, sort of slightly sweet backbone to it. So on a fantastic spring evening like we've got here, it's going down well and hitting the spot, so yeah, enjoying that. What have we been up to? On Monday night, Alan from Shadow Beast Brewery and myself were invited around for a brew night by Luke Watkins. I'll put a link to Luke's channel below. Luke just recently purchased one of the grain fathers, so he was keen to do his first brew on that, and Alan and I went round for, I think, for moral support, although we don't know any more about the grain father really than Luke. Luke was at the demo brew that we did at my local homebrew shop, Hauraki Homebrew. So yeah, we'd all done a demo brew, and this was Luke's first brew of his own on the grain father. So yeah, went well. Yeah, Russian Imperial Stout. Hopefully it'll come out at about 8.5%. I think Luke ended up putting 7 kilos of grain in the grain father, which was pretty close to its maximum capacity. But I mean, 7 kilos of grain is, you know, that's pretty good. And if you can get an 8.5% beer, then I think that's pretty much all you really need. So yeah, it was a great night. We drank a few beers. Thanks to Grant Baker for your double IPA, mate. We really enjoyed that. Sorry we didn't film any of the review or us tasting it. And also to Matt from Brew Tech. Cheers for your black IPA, your SJ Pour entry. You had a spare bottle which you kindly gave me, and yeah, we enjoyed that as well. So yeah, thanks to Grant and Matt for those 2 brews. And also we tasted Alan's SJ Pour entry, his Russian Imperial Stout. Was it a stout? No, it was a porter. Yeah, it was a porter. And that was very nice. That was a fantastic beer. So yeah, cheers to you, Alan, for that. And yeah, we had some other beers, but I can't remember what they were. So yeah, it was a great night. So cheers, Luke. Thanks for inviting us around, and looking forward to seeing how the beer comes out. The other thing I thought I would show you is sort of part 3 of my electric boil in a bag build or setup. So what I'll do is I'll put the beer down and I'll swap the camera around. Okay, I'm back. So I've already shown you the boiler setup in a previous video with the ball valve tap, the pump, and here's the return hose here. So I've blocked the end off, and I've cut some slits in there just to let the water out. And inside is the bazooka screen attached to the back. So yeah, that was all covered off in the last video or 2. But what I've been working on since then is I have built a false bottom, and thanks to Jono through the Hut Brewer Facebook group for giving me the idea of using so this is a cake rack, and it's using stainless steel nuts and bolts to just to build it up. So when I plonk it inside here, it sits above the bazooka screen, so it's raised up a couple of inches. And then the other thing that I've been working on was I was going to put the grain bag straight in, but I was really keen to work on an inner basket so that when I pull the grains out, I don't disturb the grain bed, or whatever you want to call it, which will act as the filter. So I bought this 12 litre, it's actually a stainless steel bucket. I've taken the handle off, and then I've drilled probably about 30 holes in the bottom. They're all like 5mm holes. I'm hoping that's going to be enough, but I think 30 holes of that sort of size will be more than enough to let the liquid through. So the idea is the grain bag will go inside. Sorry, I'm trying to do this with, actually I'll just pop it on quickly. Actually what I'll do is I'll pause and then I'll come back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Trying to hold the phone in one hand and get the grain bag on, but the other wasn't working. So yeah, so there's the inner basket, and I've put the grain bag inside, and then that fits inside here. So I'll just let that go. There we go. So that sits on top of the false bottom, or cake rack with legs. Yeah, and then obviously the lid will go on top. I'll put the grains in, put the lid on top, turn on the pump and recirculate the mash water through, and then once that's done, once the mash is complete, I will pull the basket out. I have got a handle to do this, but I'll just do it by hand. So I'll lift this up. I've got a larger cake rack which will fit on top of the boiler, so this will sit on top, and then I'll do the sparge through the top. So yeah, I think we're pretty much ready to go, to be honest. The only other thing I've got to do is, because this is only it's like a 6.5mm hose for the pump, because that's what it needs to attach to the fittings. This barb is like a 12mm, so I'm getting another one of these, but it's going to be a smaller one so that this hose can go on the outside of the barb rather than being poked inside, because I'm worried that this will pop off during the recirculation. So yeah, I'll swap the barb out, put the hose over, and I'll clamp that on just to make sure that's nice and secure. So yeah, that's it, hopefully. So luckily, here's the handle which I will use to lift out the pot. I've tested it out. I can get it down the side and it'll clip into place, and then I'll lift it out. So yeah, so that's the setup, guys. So I'll try not to bore you with a sort of a part 4 of the build. Hopefully next time you see it, it'll actually be being used in earnest for a brew. But that could be still 2 or 3 weeks away. I just have to get a clear window. I want to do a proper test and then have a clear window where I can do a brew. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Okay, well I'll stop there because this video is probably going on for quite a while now. Cheers to you all. Happy Homebrew Wednesday, and we'll catch you next time.